All right, this will be the last video before saying goodnight. I wanted to kind of talk about when we generally hear things. You know what I mean? Like when you generally, they call it well, I don't know, they call it gossip, and there's so many words for it. But sometimes it's not really gossip, it's just kind of like common knowledge, or it's the word that's going around. And sometimes there's a lot of contradiction, there's rumors, there's gossip, and there's everything. Now, sometimes we do take some of that stuff at face value, right? I'll be honest, I've had people bullshit me, and I've had people be honest or be realistic. Now, you know, doesn't really matter. The truth is, there are words in the air, right? And it doesn't even have to be about me specifically, right? Like me, my name, and everything. You know, not necessarily does it need to specifically be out there. But when people are talking, they might be talking about a certain type of people, a certain group of people, people that have something in common, people that associate with each other and whatnot. And then you hear a lot of stuff going on. With me, I think, to be very honest, I think there's a little bit of buzz. There's a little bit of buzz. The personal net worth thing, that's like old news by now. That's just old news. That's not even anything new. I think what's new is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like there's some kind of what's the word? There's something going on, and there's some kind of understanding that there's a bit of a bigger connection, meaning international, meaning that there is definitely local people are definitely aware that, and there's no clear anything, but people are typically aware that there's some kind of local presence, some kind of local buzz going on. What kind of connection, you know, not connection, but what kind of what's really going on, just general buzz locally. But the new thing is that now locally there is, but there's a little bit of international. People are trying to wonder, where is this coming from internationally? The people who are most sarcastic, who are the most negative, who dislike the most, will typically say that there's only one place. That there's only one place where it's coming from. If it's coming from anywhere internationally, it can only be one place. Because it can't be multiple places in the world. That would be far too high profile for somebody like that. You know what I mean? So they might say, oh, Dubai, right? Someone might say another place. Some people might want to say Dubai just because maybe they hate Dubai, and then they want to say, oh, this is one place that this guy might have a connection to, the place that we hate, Dubai, right? Now, I'm not saying whether there is or there isn't in Dubai, but what I'm really saying is that it is quite possible that there may be perhaps more than one place, not necessarily right beside each other, but perhaps 2 or 3 places in the world, 2 or 3 cities in the world, in different parts of the world, where they have a little bit of buzz going about me. The same guy, or the same type of guy, the same type of person, the same association, that the type of buzz that was going on here a little bit earlier locally is kind of going on internationally in a couple of different places. Now, to me, typically when you hear things, they're supposed to be considered, and that's pretty much it. You don't need to analyze everything, you don't need to talk about everything, but things get considered. For example, somebody might say, Though the net worth thing is old, they might say, well, this guy is associated with some kind of business or some kind of something, right? Oh, that's kind of interesting. Now that idea is thrown out there. Well, that's interesting. He's good. He's associated with it or whatnot. That's kind of interesting. And that's all it is. You know, that's really all it is. Oh, that's kind of interesting. All right. But that buzz may have existed locally. Now it's like 2 or 3 international cities. And there's some buzz and people are like, wow, we're actually hearing about this guy. Okay, where is this guy from? Where does he live right now currently? Does he live in Miami? Does he live in New York? Everybody will say he lives in Miami or New York, right? Nobody's going to say Toronto. Everybody's going to say he's either in Miami or New York. Okay, Miami or New York. Sounds interesting. That's quite some buzz. And it's good to know that there's some buzz in our country and city. It's interesting. It means that this person is on an international level, which is a new thing for me, no? To go from, to not really talking about this, but to go from something that was local to something that's becoming kind of international. Don't make yourself look bad by threatening and trying to look for some kind of reason or somebody that's the cause of this occurring, and it must not occur. You know, don't make yourself look stupid. Just a little piece of advice from me. Anyways, from me to you, I'm gonna say good night. This is gonna be the last video of the day. So again, once again, good night. I am done with this, and that was the basic idea. You don't have to think it all through, but yeah.